Hello there and welcome to Black Jackal Gaming. We're going to take a look at one of the Gravis units, the Aggressors. This is a tough infantry unit that you can take. It's got a handful of characters that can join it. Some decent buffs you can give it, especially to the bolter variant. There's an ability to give you additional AP, which is quite nice, and they're quite good in combat as well. Aggressives have the standard Gravis profile, being movement 5, toughness 6, 3 wounds, a 3 up save, leadership 6, and unfortunately objective control 1. They come with 2 different variants that you can take, the first being the Bolt Storm Gauntlets. This is the twin link keyword, allowing you to reroll failed wound rolls. It's 3 attacks, ballistic skill 3, strength 4, 1 damage. Now if you take the Bolt Storm Gauntlets, you also get to take the Fragstorm Grenade Launcher as well. This is the blast keyword. Is D6 shots, plus skill 3 again, as well as strength 4, 1 damage. The next variant is the Flamestorm Gauntlets. This comes with Ignores Cover, Torrent and Twin Linked as well. So this gives you the ability to ignore people benefiting from cover so they don't get the minus 120 potential incoming AP. And Torrent allows you to auto hit the target. So this only has a 12-inch range, so a bit shorter than the other 2 options at 18 inches. And this comes with D6 plus 1 shots, 4 strength, no AP, and only 1 damage. To counteract the fact that they don't have any AP on any of their weapons, they do have a special ability called Close Quarters Firepower. This allows the unit, each time it targets the closest eligible target, you can improve the armor penetration by 1. So to get the best out of your aggressors, you really do need to be targeting the units that are closest to you, so target priority and your movement is key to being successful with the unit. They do have a melee profile, which isn't too bad. They come with Power Fists, which have the Twin Link keywords, again allowing you to reroll those failed wound rolls. They're 3 attacks apiece, weapon skill 4, strength 8, minus 2 AP and 2 damage. So they do a decent amount of firepower, and then they can come in and kill things off just by punching them in the face. So what buffs can you give these guys? Well, they come with the general Armor of Contempt stratagem that can reduce incoming AP by 1, which is quite nice. There's 2 leaders that can join the unit, the Captain and Gravis Armor, which allows them to have 1 stratagem used per game for free. It's got to be a strategic battle tactic. And there's the Apothecary Biologus, which grants lethal hits to the unit, so he is quite tasty if you're taking him with the Bolt Storm Gauntlet variant. So there's 2 different detachments that you can really use these guys on to get the best out of them. The first one being the standard Gladius Task Force. So this comes with the Doctrines. So you have 3 Doctrines to choose from. Each of these you can use once per game, and at the start of your command phase you can choose to be within that doctrine. So you've got one that allows you to fall back and still shoot and charge, one that allows you to advance and charge, and the final one which allows you to... So one of the enhancements you can use, the Firestorm Discipline enhancement, this allows you to have sustained hits 1 for all range attacks, and if you're in the Devastator doctrine, this allows you to critically hit on a roll of a 5. Then there's the Storm of Fire stratagem. This allows you to ignore cover and grants you an additional AP if you're in Devastator doctrine. So this keys in quite nicely with the enhancement. So if you're potentially coming in out of a transport or deep striking, or maybe out of a drop pod, coming in and being able to add additional AP onto your chosen target, as well as it being the closest target with another additional AP and ignoring cover, you've almost got a 3 AP swing there that's going in your favor. Now there's another stratagem that you can use that's quite nice. That's Honor the Chapter. So this gives you the Lance keyword, which if you're charging gives you +1 to your wound roll. So if you are charging into something like Terminators, you're going to be wounding on 2 still rather than 3s. And if you're in the Assault Doctrine, it gives you an additional AP, so bumps you up to AP 3. So as you can see, if you've got the Apothecary Biologus giving you lethal hits, and you're giving him the 5-storm discipline, giving you sustained hits and critical hits of 5 and Devastator Doctrine, and you're using the Storm of Fire stratagem on your Bolt Storm gauntlets, you're then having crits on a 5, which is sustained and lethal hits, and then when you're shooting, you're gaining, if it's a closer target, 2 AP, and you're ignoring cover. And now this goes onto your Frag Storm launcher as well, so you're putting out quite a bit of firepower. You've got that critical hits on a 5, you've got lethal hits, and you're actually coming in with 2 AP and ignoring cover, so you've got the ability, especially if you're in a 6-man unit, to punch out a lot of damage into targets. And if your target's a bit tougher, well, these lethal hits on a 5 are going to come in very nicely. The final detachment that's going to give you quite nice buffs is the Anvil Siege Force. The detachment ability grants you the heavy keyword, so if you're remaining stationary you get +1 to hit, so you're now hitting on 2s rather than 3s. It's got an enhancement called the Architect of War, which gives you the Ignores Cover ability. It's got another stratagem called the Battle Drill Recall. Now this gives you sustained hits 1, and if you're stationary it's crits on a 5. So again, if you've got the Biologist with you, you've got sustained hits and lethal hits, and it's on a 5. And you've also, if you're stationary, you're critting on that 5, but you're hitting on 2s. So again, it's another detachment you're in, but your ability to push out a high level of firepower that's consistent and going to punch through any armor is quite nice. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any comments, then pop them below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, then please hit the like button, as it greatly helps the channel. Hit the subscribe button to see any future Warhammer content. Take it easy, and see you next time for more grim darkness from the 41st millennium.